listening to the Estheticians Earning More podcast with Brittany Hageman, episode number 169. Welcome to the Estheticians Earning More podcast. On this podcast, we talk about how to love your esthetician business without the hustle, exhaustion, or overwhelm as it booms into a successful business. I teach simple ways how to approach your business that gives you your life back while still growing a profitable business. I grew BLH Beauty in San Diego to a 6-figure business, and I learned a lot along the way, which I'm excited to share with you here. So let's get started. Do you want to make $100,000 revenue in your esthetician business? If so, I would love to show you how. I want to invite you to coach with me in my one-to-one coaching program. It's completely customizable. The way that it works is we sit down and figure out what you've been doing in your business that hasn't been working, and then make a very specific plan that I help you follow over the course of 6 months to get it done. We meet weekly for 30 minutes and discuss exactly what went well that week and we're to do next week, whether it's your pricing needs to be raised, or you need to have boundaries with your clients, or if you need to learn how to sell skincare, or you need to niche down and you're doing way too many services and not making money, or all of the above. Whatever the issue is, whatever the reason is you're not making money, we'll figure it out together, and we will grow your business into a really profitable business that's sustainable, that you love, and that really helps people. I cannot wait to be your coach and to work with you. To learn more, go to the link in the show notes. And with that, on with today's episode. Welcome back. I'm so excited to be back talking to you today. I am going to talk about coaching today and why coaching is so important and transformative, and how it's been transformative in my life, and how I use coaching in my one-to-one program to help estheticians change their business permanently. I'm going to first talk briefly about how I started using business coaching in myself in my business, and then a recent coaching experience that's actually not business related that I have started, and then talking a little bit how I help my clients if you're interested in working with me. Right now, currently, as of recording, I have a handful of clients that are ending and 5 clients that are ending. And so I'm taking new clients right now. And so if you are interested in starting with me, this is one of the best times of year going into busier season, holidays, and actually making more money, making sure your prices are higher, making sure that you're selling product, things like that. You can make a lot more money this holiday season if we start now in September, October-ish. So more on that later. So when I first started learning about coaching in general, was probably in about 2019. It was in 2018. That's right. It was in 2018 because I was having a lot of mind drama and stress because I had just left my job as an esthetician and opened my own business, and I am naturally an anxious person. I'm naturally a worrier. I'm naturally someone who overthinks things. And I was like, I need to make more money. How do I make more money? And so I stumbled upon coaching and started working in a group coaching program to learn how to manage my mind. And that is just a phrase that we use in the coaching world. But essentially what that means is I have a goal that I want to achieve, and I even maybe can see the steps, how to get there. Maybe some of the steps I'm still confused about, or a little fuzzy, I'm not quite sure, but I know generally how and what I need to do to get there. But when I go to do those things, it is really hard for me, and it's hard for me not to emotionally go up and down with each thing. And so for me, this was really transformative because when you're building a business, there are so many ups and downs, especially at the beginning, because money is not consistent and you can't depend on it, and you don't know when you're going to get more money. And that alone activates the part of your brain that will create like a lot of fear and resistance to continue doing that behavior. So
opening a business and not knowing exactly how the money's going to come in and when the money's going to come in, our brains do not like that because it signals danger, it signals uncertainty, and it signals fear. And when I learned about that and learned that's a natural thing our brains do, and that I wasn't broken, that I wasn't a person that could not do this, it was like my light bulb went off in my head and everything shifted for me. And I realized I could actually use my brain and teach my brain how to do it and do the tasks that I didn't want to do and put myself out there in ways that I felt nervous about and manage my own ups and down feelings without being super excited and super disappointed multiple times a day or multiple times a week. It was like, wait, what? You can actually do this. This is something within your control. Because I always felt as especially as a teenager and a young adult that I was not in control of my emotions. I was not in control of my thoughts. This was something that was always just happening to me. And in fact, honestly, that was something that I got a lot of criticism of as a teenager and a young adult, that I was so emotional and all of these things. And there was truth to that. You know, I didn't really have great emotional regulation. I didn't really know how to deal with these intense feelings. And so then I said before, working at Target was also like a crash course for that for me. I had to learn how to do that a lot in that job, but a lot of that also was just kind of like ignoring things that were hard for me, which isn't a long-term solution. And coaching was a way of breaking down exactly what was happening for me and deciding if I still wanted to do that. And that's a big thing that I do with my clients is like, okay, so like, you know that social media is important. You know that that's how you can grow your business. I remember thinking this when I was still learning coaching and growing my business. Just like the time showing up on stories was a big deal. There was no videos on the feed. It was just posts. There was no videos or any kind of thing. So just showing up on stories was super important for engagement and connection and growing your audience and growing trust with your audience. And I knew that, but I had so much fear about what people who I worked with previously at Target would think, what my family would think, what friends of mine or acquaintances would think, people from high school. I was like always afraid people from high school would find it and then be like, oh my gosh, who does she think she is? I had so much drama around it. And I was just afraid of doing it wrong. I was afraid of embarrassing myself. I had all the same fears that my clients have today. And so when I learned that I could break that down and then decide to believe something different and practice believing something different. And then if things continued to create those thoughts for me again, like look at that again and be like, hey, this is what my brain is telling me. Do I want to believe this? Is this true? What else could be true here? Like doing that again and again and again, which is what I did daily in 2018, daily in 2019 and beyond, honestly. And there's obviously periods of my time where I don't do it in my life. Then I'm like, I feel really all over the place. And I'm like, I got to go back to my daily mindset work that I've learned. And then I teach my clients. It's like when I learned this, I was unstoppable. And I'm not to say that my business just like boom, like overnight. It was just like crazy amount of money. Like it still was slower than when anyone would ever want. And then when I opened this business, which is a purely online business, it was a whole nother way of growing a business in a way totally different because I didn't have in-person connection. It was all online, which is like took away a big part of how I built my business. And so I had to use those same skills again to like, this is what I believe is true. Why do I believe that? Is that there's something else that could be true? Could I believe something else about the situation that would also create action in me? Because what I learned with coaching is that our beliefs, our thoughts, our the way we think about something triggers the way we feel about something, so whether that's positive or negative. And then those feelings create our actions or prevent us from taking action. So if you think about social media and you think it's impossible and I'm really bad at it, you feel discouraged. When you feel discouraged, you're not going to take action and post on social media, and then you're not going to grow your business on social media You may grow your business in other ways, but it's not going to be the result that you want, because the result is you want to grow your business. And so when I learned, okay, I want the result to be I need to grow my business. So the action I need to take is to post daily on social media. How would I need to feel to post daily on social media? I would need to feel inspired. What would I have to think about posting on social media? Which I think it's easy and I can totally do it. So that I would practice that thought and I would practice that feeling. And that is how I worked through these things that I didn't want to do that I had to do. And I still do it to this day. Like there's some parts of like I am in the process of getting my Georgia esthetician license, and I have been like not wanting to do it just because it's I don't have to take more classes or anything, but there's so much paperwork, and I don't like a lot of paperwork. It's something I naturally like will avoid because I'm like I don't want to deal with this. And I haven't really needed my license here because I'm not, seeing people in person and all these things. But I'm like, okay, I do really want this for a number of reasons. What's holding me back? What are the thoughts that I'm thinking? Right? And I have to like completely figure this out for myself. And like, okay, so like if I believe this was easy, what would I, and I do this whole system I have on paper and I teach my clients this. And this is something I work with my clients on a lot. And this is not something that happens overnight. You have to do this consistently because the thoughts still keep coming. They keep coming up and being like, no. Social media sucks or whatever. Like paperwork's awful. And you're like, I don't want to do it anymore. Right. And so you're like, okay, I know this is what my brain keeps telling me, but what else could be true here? What else is the situation that I'm not looking at because I am wanting to believe so badly what I normally believe? Once I started to let go of the things that I wanted to believe so badly to be true, because if social media is pointless, then I'm right. Like I don't have to post, right? Like if the paperwork to be an esthetician in Georgia is just too much, I can justify that, then I feel really good about my decision. But like what else could be true? It's like, yeah, it's paperwork, but like it's not impossible. It's just annoying maybe, but it's not something that you're not capable of doing. And really deep diving into like the other issues that may be holding you back besides the initial, like, I just don't want to, right? So this is the mental work that is so powerful and so important. Recently, I hired a virtual home organizer, which seems like I don't know what, but I did like a free thing with her where she helped me organize my toy closet virtually. And I was shocked how much better it was. And closets just generally are not something that I've been really ever good at. I've always really tried to organize them and it just never works. And it just ends up being a place of shoving things and closing the door and then not knowing where things are. And so I had my toy closet, which she helped me with for free as like she had promotion she was doing. And then I had my office closet, the one behind me if you're watching the video, and then another hall closet. And then now my primary, my husband's closet is our next closet that we're doing. And I really want these closets to be organized. Like this one got organized. It's amazing. The one downstairs I finally got, like, it's amazing the result. Like it is life changing. I still have my primary closet left. And that's what we're supposed to start this week. And this is why I hired a coach, because all I can think about, and I thought about this with each of my closets, by the way. So I know this is just like my brain fallacy. This is like not true. My brain just wants to keep telling me this, even though I have the evidence it's not true. All I can think about is it's not going to work for this closet. The things that she teaches me and the process that she teaches, which is amazing, and all the things that she does, which is amazing. My brain's like, nah, this is the closet it's not going to work on. Not this one. It's going to be impossible. She's going to be like, ooh, I don't know. Good luck. Good luck with this closet. Or she's going to tell me things that like, you're going to have to throw away all of your stuff, which is my husband's solution, which is not the solution I want. I want to keep the things. I just don't know how to organize the things in a way that's like actual, useful, functional. That's not like home edit. everything's in plastic with labels. Like that's not for me. And so my brain's gonna have like all this drama around it, which is one of the reasons I'm working with this coach is because she's like, yeah, I know this is what your brain's thinking, and this is our plan, this is what we're gonna do, and this is like she's checking in on me and she's giving me a lot of encouragement and a lot of like help if I get stuck. And again, the result is there. And of course, I could figure it, I could organize my closet on my own. Like I could read a book, right? Like there's so many resources out there in home organization. I could watch all the reels. But having someone being like, this is the plan and this is what we're going to do. And when I go off the plan, like one of the things in my closet in my office, I actually don't have that much stuff in there once I like decluttered it. And I was like, you know what? A lot of it's just like boxes of stuff, like product and things for shipping. I'm just going to like leave the boxes in there. Like it's fine. Like I can just lift the boxes up when I want to find something. Like I don't need any other, organization. Like I even told her, I was like, I've kind of lost interest in this closet. It's fine. Like, I don't know. Let's just move on to the next closet. She was like, no, we're going to finish this closet. Like, I want you to like, we're going to finish organizing it. Da, 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 da. So I was like, it's fine. I like ordered the stuff that she recommended. I'm like, okay, like putting it together, like thinking in the back of my head, like, I don't even know if this is gonna all fit, I'm like, this is like just like annoyed with the whole process of it. And it's incredible. I'm obsessed. Like my husband was on a work trip when I was doing this closet and he came home and I was like, come look at my closet. It's incredible. I love it. And so again, what does this teach me? Like I coach people, I help people with this type of stuff, like, but this is just how brains are. There's no brain immune to this. Like, this is why having someone be like, hey, I know this is what you are thinking and this is what you want to do, but this is why we're going to not do that. And let's help your brain get on board with coming over here and doing the thing that you need to do. That kind of attention, that kind of individualization, that kind of targeted help is the thing that makes it easier and better and faster. Like, I would not have gotten these closets organized in this short amount of time. Like, are we working together for 8 weeks? I remember the time being like, I'm gonna have to hire you for more weeks. Like, it's gonna be like a 6-month project. Like, there's no way. I'm so busy. I don't have time. Like, there's so many things I have to do right now. Like, and when we started, my daughter like was still on summer break, and then my like in-laws are coming to visit soon, and I'm like, I knew I was going to California. Like that weekend was gone, and just like my husband isn't working like crazy. I'm like, I just don't think this is a good time. But then again, I know how brains work. I'm like, my brain's gonna always have reasons why it's not a good time. It's not a good time to spend the money. It's not a good time for this. But what I really want is to like need to ship something to a client and like I can just go and everything's exactly where I need it to be. And I'm not like digging through boxes for 15 minutes and I can't find something and I'm just so frustrated. Right? Like I realized that what I had been doing and what I kept telling myself I was going to do was never going to happen. And maybe if I cleaned out a closet, I was still going back into the old patterns right away because there wasn't long-term systems, long-term things happening to make this sustainable.
Now, I understand you may naturally be good at like organization and home stuff. Like, I would go into your kitchen, everything has a place and it's labeled and it's super organized. And you're like hearing me, my story of like, why would you have someone help you with Like, why would you have someone help you with organization? Like, I could come over to your house for free and it'd be super fun and easy for me. And I would like sit down and be done in a day or whatever. So I want to tell you that because I know that's obviously the case for a lot of people. They would never need to hire someone to help them organize their home. Totally. But that's because we all have different strengths, right? Things that are naturally easier to us than other people. And so if I went into your home, like let's say you're naturally just super organized, you love it, it's easy for you, and I went to your home and I saw how organized you were. And then I went home and beat myself up because I don't have the same home as you. And you're like, it's just XYZ, you just do this. And I'm like, I do that and it doesn't work. Or I do that and I get so overwhelmed, I can't keep going. I'll take everything out of my closet and then I get totally overwhelmed and I can't even go through it, let alone put it all back in a more orderly way. Like I completely freeze, I completely shut down. I go lay on the couch and watch The Good Wife, which is I'm re-binging that again. If you haven't seen it, it's a great TV show. And I'm like, I did exactly what you said that you do, and it doesn't work for me. And the reason that is true is because our brains are different and the way that we operate are different, the way we look at things are differently, naturally and or from our own world life experiences, right? So that is how I talk to you if you are struggling with marketing or selling products or other things that you need to do to grow your business and make more money. You're like, so and so just gets on. It's so natural for her on Instagram or TikTok or whatever. So and so just sells products, it's just easier for you. And I'm just not that way. That may be true. You may not naturally be someone who naturally can sell products or can naturally get on social media and talk on stories or do reels or whatever. That I believe you. Just like my natural way is not to like see how everything should be organized and know exactly what to where to like how to do it, right? But if I want a house, and again, I don't need like beautiful home edit Pinterest organization. I just want to know where things are and not have everything kind of jumbled and pushed into things and just shoved into my closet. If I want to have that house, the way that I've been doing it, and I've been living in my house now for over a year, it's not working. It hasn't changed. I've tried things and it's still not working. The best thing for me to do is have someone teach me to do something differently in a way that my brain can understand and respond to and do consistently. I'm not taking advice from someone who just is easy and like it wasn't a thing, right? Because they don't understand what I'm thinking and how I'm approaching it and the roadblocks that I come up with because that isn't a thing for them. Like, you may be really good at sports. Like, you may be able to go like play soccer and like kick the ball or volleyball, and like you could just like pick up a game with people and have so much fun. Not for me. And I have a lot of drama in my head, not only because I don't think I'm very good at it, I don't like getting hurt. I don't like running. I don't like sweating. Like we could keep going on and talking about me. But it's going to be a lot harder for me to like actually thoroughly enjoy a soccer game. And it may be super natural for you. And so if I really wanted to learn how to play soccer, you may not be the best person to teach me because it's naturally easy for you. I would need to someone who's either dealt with people who've had a hard time learning how to play sports or someone who themselves have overcome that to teach me how to play soccer and enjoy it and actually feel good at it and deal with all the like mental drama as well as the physical limitations I have. It's like not being super coordinated with balls, being like afraid of balls, a whole thing. So if you see where I'm getting at, right? So if you go back to your business and you have been trying to grow your business, you have been trying to market, you have been trying to sell more products, you have been trying to book more clients, get more people in, all of the things that the business side of the business, and you have been doing this and you've been doing that and you've been doing this, and you're not seeing the success that you want. And then you look at other people around you and you're like, they figured it out. And then you feel bad about yourself, like you're broken, something's wrong with you, you're not good at it. This is why a coach will come in and help you not only overcome the mental blocks that are preventing you from doing it, but also teach you the strategies to do it from a long-term perspective. So one of my favorite things about my coaching program is that my goal, and this is the same goal with my acne clients when I did acne, is I want to teach lifelong skills. So the marketing skills, the product selling skills, the pricing skills, profit, all of that, those are forever. You know them in your business. It's completely changed the way you look at your business and operate it. You have strategies so that if you do have a slow time coming up, you know exactly what to do to get things going again. And the mindset work. So there's the multiple things that you are walking away with, but they're lifelong business skills. It's not just this short period of time. Because some clients, like the whole 6 months of working, they're working, they're seeing better results, but it's not like a big shift where it goes from one to another overnight. And maybe 3 months after working together, they're like, oh my gosh, whoa, everything's now clicking together. But that's because of the skills that they've learned and continue to build off of and continue to grow and moving forward more and more, all the things that they've learned that will continue to serve them way past our time together. And I've seen this evidence. I've been now coaching estheticians for about 4.5 years. And the estheticians that I coached 4 years ago, 3 years ago, 2 years ago, their results are so exponentially better than I ever would have imagined, even where we ended, even though they got results in the time that they had with me. And these are the clients, obviously, that do the work and do the mindset work and the homework and all the things, right? It's the same with my acne clients. Like I have acne clients that are still clear to this day. I helped them clear their skin in 2018 because they learned about their skin. They learned about acne. They learned about the products. They use the product. They have all these skills. It's a lifelong change for them. Of course, there's people that maybe, tried for a month and then gave up, and maybe they don't have clear skin still. I don't know. But my point in telling you all of this is to really have you understand the coaching side of what I do and how impactful it is, not just the time that we work together, but the time and beyond. The maintenance of your mind, of managing your mind, the ability, the skills to learn to look at your thoughts and decide if you want to keep thinking them to see if they're getting the result that you want. The strategies that work, they take time, it's not overnight, that work for you to grow your business, and the support to follow through those strategies when you just don't feel like it or when you hit those mental roadblocks. I actually just got off the call with the client. I was like, let's go. We're brainstorming ideas. And she was like, I don't know where to start. And I started talking. And then she was like, oh. And she just had idea after idea after idea. And that happens all the time with clients where they have a mind block of like, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. We start kind of brainstorming. Next thing you know, it just becomes natural for them. Months later, after we talk, after we end our time together, I hear from my clients like, I just do the things that we did and now it all comes out and it's easier for me than it ever was. Or I had this really hard situation with a client and I used the tools we did and we worked on together and it was so much easier than I thought it was going to be. It's lifelong skills. So if you want to work with me, if you're like, yes, just like how I was like, I just need someone to help me with my closets. What I've been doing is not working. I've been trying so hard and I'm sick of looking at them. I'm sick of it. And I know it's something I know I can do. I just have to have someone help me with the tools and the support. You know you can do it. You wouldn't have opened a business if you didn't think you could do it. So let me help you with the strategies and the support and the mental hurdles that come in our way, and actual hurdles that are hard. And sometimes you just need to bounce ideas off of someone like, so this happened, like, oh no, let's figure it, like, let's talk about it. Like, I'm here as a safe space. I'm here to be your partner in this emotionally, all that stuff. So if you want to talk more, book a discovery call. The link is in my show notes. Have a fantastic week. I'll talk to you next week. Bye for now. Hey, if you like this podcast, please rate and review on whatever podcast platform you're listening to. I cannot tell you how much that helps my podcast grow. So you can click 5 stars if you like it and you want to give me 5 stars. And please leave a review about telling me why you like it so that I can help other estheticians grow their business. Thank you so much.